Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you saw in the title, we are going to be doing my top 3 in every category. This is already going to be a super long video, so I'm not going to drag out the intro. So before we get started, if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you will be notified every single time I upload a future video. Let's get started. First, I just want to say how hard this was, like to pick my top 3. I think if you would give me like maybe top 5, I don't think I would have an issue at all. But top 3 kind of makes me kick out some of my favorites, and I'm just like, ooh, you know, and then I'm just like, am I making the right choice? So I really did pick my top 3. So I am satisfied with what I picked. I think if someone would come in and just take my entire makeup collection, which I would probably cry for days about, I would at the end of the day be happy with the products that I have left. So I'm just going to go in the order that I do my makeup. So we're going to start off with primers, and I'm going to try not to move my hands so much. I'm sorry guys, I just got to like tie them behind me or something. I'm not going to talk too long about each product because we will be here for hours. So I'm just going to very quickly give you a small reason of why I'm choosing the product, and of course let you know what the product is. One of the primers that I chose is from e.l.f. It is their Poreless Putty Primer. This one is the original one. I do have all 4 of them actually, but this is the one that I reach for the most, as you can tell. I just like how it makes the skin feel hydrated and prepped and just ready for makeup, and it does do a good job of filling in those pores. So this one definitely is in my top 3. This is another one that I use on a daily basis. This one's from Olay Sun, and it is definitely one of my favorite primers. The Milani Spf one is kind of similar to it, where you're going to get just a little bit of everything. It's going to prep your skin for makeup. You're going to feel like moisturized and just, you know, ready to go, but also you're getting some sunscreen. So this one does have SPF 35 in it, and I just love this primer because, again, on those days where I'm rushing and I'm trying to get out the door, I just love putting this on, and it has my skincare, it has my primer, and it has my SPF, and it's just everything in one. So I do reach for this a lot, and I really think it's a nice idea to have a primer that also has SPF in it, because you're just getting extra protection. For my glowy gals, for my girls who just love to glow underneath makeup, this is one of my favorite higher end illuminating primers. So this one is from Juice Beauty. It is the Phyto Pigments Illuminating Primer. I have used this quite a few times on my channel, and this one is just in shade 01. I don't know if they have different shades, but it kind of seems like they do when they're putting it on the bottom. But this one is just so beautiful, and it just has like these like beautiful pearls like in the primer, and it just makes your skin look super like healthy and glowy and just ready for like makeup. But when you rub this in, guys, like it doesn't make your skin feel oily or slippery or anything like that. It does dry down, and it just gives you this beautiful glow. Of course, you can wear this with makeup or without makeup, and it's just one of my favorite glowy primers. It is higher end, but it is so worth it. Very, very quickly, I know you're only supposed to pick 3, but if you guys are into more of those pore filling primers that kind of feel silicone-y but not exactly, this one is of course another one of my favorites. I just wanted to very, very, very quickly talk about it. It's the No Pore Plum Primer from Touch in Sol. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but this one is a good one. As you can see, it's really well loved, and it does a really good job of filling in the pores. For foundation, this one is from Believe Beauty. It is their Skin Finish Foundation. Mine looks really gross. I wiped it down the other day just when I was using it because of how gross it looked, but it is very well loved. I've been scraping the side to kind of see where it is because it feels like it's getting low, and it definitely is, but I just love how it looks so high end. The packaging is beautiful, the finish is beautiful, it's lightweight, your skin still looks like skin, but you still get that right amount of coverage that you may need, and it doesn't feel heavy, and it does last pretty well on the skin. The best part is it's only $5. You can get this at Dollar General, and it's literally like the best. This is a higher end foundation, and of course if you like that coverage, This is a really good one. It's a very well loved foundation from a lot of people, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. I just love this foundation so much. As you can see, it's well loved by me. This one is in the shade Warm Nude. I think I can go a little bit lighter than this. This is more of a summer shade for me, but I just love how it makes my skin look. It doesn't matte you down. I would say it's more of a natural finish foundation. I don't find it to be matte at all. It's not super mattifying or super drying, but it's not going to be like loomy or dewy or anything either. But it just makes your skin look so beautiful. I love how it wears throughout the day, and it's just one of my favorites. If you guys are not into a like full coverage, medium coverage type of foundation, you just want like a skin tint, this one and the Wet n Wild Hydrator were like battling it out, but this one did win. It's the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. Tinted Serum. So this is what it looks like, and it just has these like right amount of pearls in it to make your skin look glowy, but not oily, not super dewy. It does dry down enough where you don't feel like everything in the wind is going to be sticking to your face, because I hate that feeling. I can go throughout the day without setting this. I think even if you have oily skin, I still think you will like this, because again, it's not one of those tinted serums or hydrators that's going to make your skin feel wet and dewy all day long. It just gives you a nice healthy glow, and it just kind of melts into your skin and just gives you just a little bit of coverage, just so you can feel a little bit more put together. It calms down the redness, evens out your skin tone. It's just one of the most beautiful tinted serums I've ever tried. And even though it's a bit newer to my collection, I do have a full review on this, but I really do love this. And again, for my lighter coverage girls, you guys will love this too. Color correctors. So this one is from Milani, and I'm not really combining this with concealers because I feel like color correctors are their own category. So this one again is from Milani. It's a Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. You can use it alone like a concealer. I do. It's not super orangey where you have to put another concealer on top of it, which is why I love this. I can use this on its own, but you can also use it under your concealer to do a little bit color correcting. I love this. It does its job. It brightens the eye, color corrects, and if you use it on its own and you don't set it, it will crease a little tiny bit, but if you tap out those creases, you are good for the rest of the day. Unless you have like super oily skin under here, then you might need to set it, but I don't, and I do have fine lines. I really love this one. Another one that I've been using for years, this one's actually a new one because I finished up, well, I didn't finish up my other one, but it was really old. This one is in the shade Light. It is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer. So these are like advertised as concealers, but they're really like, it even says concealer corrector as well. So these I find more as correctors just because they are a bit orangey. Like even the lighter ones have like this orange tint to them. So they are more of like concealer correctors, but I really love these as well. I will wear those on its own, but you do have to kind of like keep dabbing out the creases throughout the day, versus the Milani one, I feel like I do it once and it's like done. But I do love them both alone and under makeup. And here lately I've been needing to use them because my under eye circles, they're telling it all. Concealer. So for concealer, I feel like I almost picked like 5 because I really like, but I was like, okay, you have to get down to 3. So I did pick out 3. The first one that I picked is the Covergirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I really like this concealer. I'm actually almost done with it, but a full coverage drugstore concealer. This one is really good. It just makes your under eyes look so smooth, but it definitely gives you the coverage that you're going to need, and it lasts like all day. Like this kind of is almost, I want to say, self-setting. Like it does dry down pretty quickly. So if you like take your time with your concealer, you're going to have to do like one eye at a time because it's going to be hard to blend out once it dries down. So it does dry down pretty quickly, but it's really nice. This one I discovered in the beginning of this year. It's the Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito concealer, and you guys probably heard me talk about this concealer 1,000 times, but I really do like it. It gives me just enough coverage, but it also feels creamy and hydrating. I don't know how to explain it, but it is one of my favorite concealers, and this is definitely one that I will constantly repurchase. Another good one from the drugstore, this one is from Milani. It's the Conceal and Perfect a Longwear Concealer. This is another one that I really do like. I actually love this one mixed with the Too Faced concealer, like mixing them. It's the best combo ever, but I'm not going to talk about that one. I'm only going to talk about this one. And as you can see, it's very well loved. I just love this concealer so much, and it's just, it gives you the coverage. It makes your under eyes look smooth. Like, it's perfection. For powders, I have 2 loose powders and 1 like pressed powder. So this one is from number 7. It is their Triple Action Finishing Powder. This one's in the shade Light Medium. I use the shade for all over my face, but I do want to get it in a shade lighter to use it as an under eye setting powder. It works right now as a under eye setting powder, and it makes my under eyes look really smooth, but I do like my under eyes to look a little bit brighter, so I will need a shade a little bit brighter. But this powder is so soft, like, it's so crazy. It's super affordable compared to the Charlotte Tilbury one that people always compare this one to. It's a really nice powder. Blurs your face. Who knows about pores with this powder? And it just makes your skin look so beautiful. So I really like this powder. Definitely recommend that one. Another affordable powder is from Wet n Wild. Again, it was so hard to choose, like, only 3 powders, but this one I think is another super affordable powder. It's from Wet n Wild, so of course it's affordable. It's huge, so you do get a lot of products. A powder that just really, it mattifies your skin but doesn't over mattify where you're going to look dry and cakey. It's just enough to soak up those oils, and it just sets your face really nicely. So if you haven't tried this out, I definitely recommend. This one is in translucent. And again, it's so big, you get so much. A higher end product, again, for those girls who love to glow. This powder is from Jaclyn Hill. It is the Luminous Powder in Do Me. And this powder I freaking love as well. So you can kind of use this as just like a very light natural highlighter, but you can also use it to set your whole face. And I know that kind of sounds like scary, like, whoa, using something that could be used as a highlighter to set my face. I don't know about that. If you just go in with a huge big fluffy brush and just set your face, it's going to set your makeup, like for instance your tinted hydrator, whatever it may be, but it's going to also just leave your skin looking glowy, but not like highlighter glowy. It's going to be more like glowing from the inside. I've been drinking water, I've been eating healthy, I've been just meditating, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, if you're the type of person that needs to set down your makeup with a powder, but you don't like how the powder takes away all the dewiness and the glowness, this is the powder you're going to want to reach for. I'm telling you, you're not going to look like a disco ball. You're not going to look greasy. You're not going to, just don't be scared of it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to love it if you love to look dewy and glowy, but of course not like a highlighter disco ball. I really do like this. Again, it is higher end. It's from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and I love it. You do have to kind of use a smaller brush and build it up to use it as like a natural highlighter. So don't think that the moment you like just take that fluffy brush and put it over your face, you're gonna look like a disco ball. You're not. All right, so very quickly, bronzers. This one is from Revlon. It is the Skin Light Bronzer in 115 Sun Kissed Beam. And as you can see, I love this bronzer. It gives your skin like this satin finish. There's no glitter, there's no shimmer in here, but it just kind of gives you, again, that healthy glow. I've been, just got back from vacation. Like, I freaking love this. You do have to work off the top layer. In the beginning, I wasn't a fan because I'm like, there's hardly any pigment. I really have to dig my brush into this, but it's just one of those products that's hard baked. But once you get through, I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's one of my favorites, as you can tell, and I will definitely be repurchasing that. If you just want a matte bronzer, this is still another affordable bronzer. It's from e.l.f. and it is their Forever Sun Kissed Bronzer. This one is a bit warm, but I feel like it's not too warm. Like, you can still kind of use it for contouring if you want to, but it is a all matte bronzer, and you can see, like, I've been loving it. You can start to see the pan rings in it. But yeah, this is a really nice bronzer, and it's their primer infused one, and it's so good. This is a newer one to my collection, but looking at all my opened bronzers, there was some that were very similar to this one, so I didn't want to kind of choose like repeats, and I have used it enough where I can tell that I like it and it's not breaking me out or anything. This one's from Essence. It's there in the shade 20 Sunkissed California, and again, it just looks like the satin, you know, bronzer. It does have very, very light, like fine shimmer, it looks like, but when you put it on the skin, you don't look glittery or like, you know, sparkly or anything. It kind of gives you the same finish that the Revlon does. It's just like that satin finish, and it just makes you look glowy and sun-kissed, and it's so affordable, and again, it's huge. It's gonna last you quite a while. Blushes. So I didn't have an issue at all picking out my top 3 blushes, like 100% happy with my decision. This one is from Laura Geller, and this one is the Baked Blush and Brighten, and it's in the shade Tropic Hues. Now I think Laura Geller, did they get bought out? Like, I know they're no longer in Ulta. I'm not quite sure what the deal is, but if you can still get your hands on these blushes, at least for like maybe the next couple of weeks or months, I would definitely recommend getting a blush from this line. It is one of my favorite blushes. I had it in my collection for quite some time. Baked blushes take a while to get through, but as you can see, it's pretty flat compared to how round it was. This blush, especially this color, I would like to wear it a lot in the winter because it just gives me a slight glow on my cheeks, but I do not like super shimmery, like highlighty blushes because I do have a lot of pores and texture, but this one doesn't emphasize that. It just gives me that nice healthy glow. But even the color, I love it in the winter because it just kind of reminds me of like I was just outside, I was just in the cold, and I got that plush going on my cheeks. Like, I really love this blush, and it makes me sad that I might not be able to repurchase it when it's done. Next is the Baked Minerals blush, and this one is the Gen Nude Powder Blush in the shade Bellini Brunch. Guys, this is my all-time favorite blush. Like, I love this blush, again, so much. I actually got this one at Marshalls or TJ Maxx a while back, and guys, if you see these blushes there, pick them up. If not, get them from Bare Minerals. They are literally so good. They last on your cheeks all day long. You never have to worry about your blush going anywhere. This one in the shade Bellini Brunch is a nice like peachy orange like summer shade. I've never felt a blush feel so soft. It's just the most beautiful blush you will ever put on your face, and the texture is just unreal. One that I know you can for sure get your hands on is the Almay Healthy Hues blush. This one is in the shade So Peachy, and they have, I believe, like 4 different shades, but this is just a nice, again, like healthy, glowy satin blush that's not going to emphasize texture, but it looks so beautiful and it lasts all day as well. I am obsessed with this blush and the formula. This isn't new like to drugstores, but I only recently tried it out, like I want to say maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I really don't remember, but it's so beautiful and I love it so much. I picked up 2 other shades, and yeah, I just can't get enough of it. So if you don't want to invest in any high-end blushes, I definitely recommend to get the Almay Healthy Hues blushes because they are amazing. For highlighters, if you love a highlighting, beaming highlight still, and you just love to glow, which there are days where I do too. This one is from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Iced, and it is just the most beautiful highlighter ever. This highlighter will literally make your skin look wet and glowy, and just it's literally so beautiful. This one is the mini one because one, I have too many highlighters in my collection and I feel like I'm not gonna like go through it super fast, so I did get the mini one, which I do recommend that if you guys do have a lot in your collection and you do want to try something out, if they offer a smaller size of it, get it, because I feel like it's just less wasteful when and it's cheaper as well. Another highlighter that is absolutely beautiful, it is from the drugstore. It's from Revlon from their Skin Lights collection. And very similar to the bronzer, you have to kind of get through that first layer before the real show happens. So this one is in the shade 201 Daybreak Glimmer. And I actually heard from someone that this one is a dupe for the Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills that's no longer available. If so, I understand what the hype was about that highlighter, because it just, again, makes your skin look glowy and highlighty and dewy and just like that wet glass look, but it doesn't make you look like glittery or shimmery. The reflection is just so beautiful, and it's just the most beautiful highlighter I've ever like seen in my entire life, and it's just so freaking pretty. I love it. If you do not like to glow to the gods and you just want something that is a little bit more calm, not so loud, then I think this is almost in everyone's top 3. It is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. It's super, super affordable. Essence is just a beautiful, affordable brand, and hopefully they stay that way because they are doing such a good job and they've been improving so much with the products that they've been coming out with. But this is the highlighter, and you can build it up if you want to be a little bit more glowy on some days, but it's a very nice muted highlighter and it's very natural. As you can see, like there's no like glitter or anything like that. Some people even use this to like set their face when they want that natural glowy look. I think it's a little bit too much to actually set your face. It's not the same as using like the Jaclyn Cosmetics Do Me powder, but I do really like it for a natural glow. Like I said, it's like even on my finger, it kind of looks more like a pressed powder, which is why I think people do use it sometimes like that. But you can see it's very, very muted, and on the skin, it just looks like you're just glowing from within. Just to kind of compare, like this is the Jaclyn Hill, and then this is the Pure Nude. Like you can see the difference, like how muted this one is compared to this one. All right, I'm sorry, some footage got deleted accidentally, so I have to kind of do this again so I can get this video uploaded today. So next was my top 3 favorite cream products when it comes to like blush, bronzers, highlighters. So Believe Beauty, this one specifically is in the shade Tropical Sunset, but I really do love the cream blushes from Believe Beauty. It's so affordable. It's like $5 or less at Dollar General. Found is a underrated, I think, brand. I do like their skincare more than their makeup, but this cream blush tint is so beautiful and I absolutely love it. And then next, of course, is going to be the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This one's in Turks and Caicos. I do have a few shades, but I absolutely love these cream blushes. For cream bronzers, I really love the one from Physicians Formula. This is their Sculpting Bronzer Stick with jojoba oil. I really love it. It blends really easily and it's just so easy to use. The cream bronzer contour palette from e.l.f. is another good cream contour alternative. It's really, really, really creamy. It's also very pigmented, but I still think that it could be easily, you know, user-friendly if it's the first time using this. So I really do like it, and I do like this formula better than their putty bronzer formula. And then last but not least, this is from Soul Body. This one is in the shade medium dark, but they do have other shades. I really do like this cream bronzer. Some people say it's even better than the Chanel one. I don't know about that. I never tried that one, but this one is another good one. It's creamy, it's blendable. It's not as creamy though as the e.l.f. one, but it does stay all day, and I just love this one. So, and it's big, so you will definitely get a lot of use out of it. And it also comes in quite a few different shades, so everyone should be able to get a good shade that is good for them. Cream highlighters, I did choose the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I know that Becca is going out of business, which is so sad. I did not buy this on Amazon, but I have seen them on Amazon, so I don't know. I haven't checked recently, but it is definitely in my top 3. It's my favorite liquid highlighter, and I am again just so sad that this soon will no longer be around. I feel though that I did kind of find a dupe. So this is the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. You can use this as a primer, concealer, highlighter, and BB cream. I only use this as a liquid highlighter, and this shade works for me because I only use it as a highlighter, and it is in the shade, I think it's in the shade Fair Light or something like that. It does leave your skin looking glowy and beautiful, just like the Becca Perfector does. So when this one is gone forever, this one is probably the one that I will lean on. And then this is also a good one. If you have not tried these yet, they are so beautiful. It's the Illuminating Highlighter Stick from Maybelline, and this one is in the shade, this one's in the shade Light Iridescent, and it's just so beautiful. For my liquid highlighters, I do not use them on top of like full glam makeup. I usually use them either on their own, or I use them on my like very light no makeup days, you know what I mean? So they were just they're my favorite. My top 3 brow products at the moment is the e.l.f. and this is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It's a bit thicker, so it's good for those days where you're in a rush and need to fill in your brow pretty quickly. The Milani Precise Brow is another favorite of mine. I love this one, the e.l.f. Precise one. Covergirl has one. Any thin eyeshadow pencil like this, I don't think I found one yet that I don't like that's this precise from the drugstore. But yeah, the Wet n Wild has one as well. These are really nice because of the fine tip. These are really nice because you get those fake hair-like strokes, but you do have to take your time and can't put too much pressure or they will break. So if you're in a rush, I recommend this one. And then next is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. You do get a like ink pen on one side and a pencil on the other side. The pencil part is waterproof, the ink part is not, but either way, I love the whole pencil, and I really do think that this is a good one. So for brow gels, I kind of have 4 here, but really these two kind of just like, I don't know, I think if I really had to choose, I would go with the Brow Obsessive from Wet n Wild. This one is tinted, but I just love how it puts a hold on your brows but also makes them look fluffy. But I also do like the one from Wow Brow as well. And then of course the NYX brow glue. This one is so good. If you like an extra hold and want to go for that fluffier brow look, this one will be your pick. And then this one is also a really nice one that I think is underrated and not a whole lot of people talk about. This one is from Revolution, and it's the clear brow gel, and it's just, the packaging is cute and I love it so much. For eyeshadows, I picked the ColourPop Nude Mood eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette is just so beautiful. It's just great for those everyday looks, for work or whatever you want. And I really just love this palette so much. I literally could just live out of this palette. So definitely had to include it. This is my next pick. It's from Essence, and it's their 6-pan eyeshadow palettes. This one is in Coral Me Maybe. It's just so beautiful. And again, it's great for those simple, quick, everyday looks. Girl on the run, love it. The formula is amazing, and they're only $3.99. My third palette that I chose is from Violet Voss. This is the Essentials Pro Series eyeshadow palette. They do have really nice, good quality eyeshadows. I really do like this palette. You do get like your warms, which I absolutely love. You got your brown, your black, your pop of colors, your pinks, your neutrals, your highlight shade, but the palette is still not too big. It's still not overwhelming, but again, you have more like options. Speaking about eyeshadows, I did want to talk very quickly about shadow primers. So this one is from Believe Beauty, and it kind of looks like a concealer. And this one works really, really good. Again, I think it's like $3 at Dollar General. It does have a little bit of a tint to it. You can get like one that's completely clear, but it does have like a nice concealer tint to like kind of like, you know, give you a clean base to work on, but it does make your eyelids like tacky and just ready to go. So this one is a good one. And then 2 that I love from NYX. One is a pigment primer. So if you want to really pop those colors and really have them stand out. This one is really, really good. And then this one is one of my favorite glitter primers from when I'm using like loose like shimmers and glitters on my eyes. This one is really, really good. It's almost like, it's basically like a glitter glue. So it's going to hold on, so you're not gonna have so much fallout, and the pigment is gonna actually stay where it's supposed to. I really don't have like much eyeliners to talk about. I really don't use like eyeliner on my waterline a whole lot. I do have some that I will pick and use, but I don't have none that's like my holy grail, you know what I mean? Because again, I don't really reach for them a whole lot. But for liquid liners, I do have two that I wanted to mention. So this one is from ColourPop. I'm sure the black one is good as well, but this one's actually in the shade brown. It is in the shade, I thought it was in the shade Brownie Points, but I guess I'm thinking of something else because this one just says Grande on it. But it's a brown liquid liner from ColourPop, and it is really, really nice, and I love it. And then this one is a super affordable liquid eyeliner. It's from Essence. It's a super precise eyeliner. It's long lasting and it's waterproof. And guys, when I tell you that it's so easy to do a wing with this, like it's so easy. So highly recommend. If you guys wear lashes, I had to give these a quick shout out. The lash glue liner from Kiss are absolutely amazing. You can get them in black, and you can also get them in white, or I'm sorry, this is not white. The packaging's white, clear. So you can get it in black or clear. I do have the clear one on today actually, and they've been holding these heavy, thick lashes all day long. But these are really, really nice. I know some people don't like to use them as their like main lash glue and will only use it to like do touch-ups. I use it as my main lash glue, and I hardly ever need to touch up, but it's nice that I can easily touch up my lash glue if I need to. But I love these, and I think if you're a beginner with applying lashes, applying glue on your lashes, it can just end up being a hot mess, and it's sometimes just like the most frustrating thing you can do. This will make your life so much easier. I have 2 lash primers, and then I have 3 mascaras. So this one is the NYX On The Rise Lash Booster. This one, I love this primer because it's black, so it almost looks like a mascara, and it's just a nice base for your whatever other mascara you use. You can use it with other mascaras. You don't have to use it with just the On The Rise mascara. It's amazing, and it has castor oil in it, so it's going to help your lashes as well. This one is a higher end one. This one is the Lancome Sills Booster Extra Large Primer, and this one is a white primer, so if you don't like white primers, just get this one. But it is a really good one. It really like lengthens and extends your lashes and gets them nice and ready and prepped for your other mascaras. So I really, really do like this one, but again, it is more higher end and a little bit more expensive. But if you're looking for something more affordable, this one is really good too. So one of my favorite all-time mascaras from the drugstore is the Lash Sensational one. This one right here from Maybelline, the original one. That one is literally my all-time favorite. I will always repurchase that one. I just don't have it at this time. But that one is a really, really nice one. And then I also want to shout out the Huda Beauty mascara, which is this one right here. If you want like almost falsies sitting on your eyes, that one is such a great mascara. I really, really love that one as well. But the 2 that I have in my collection in my hands right now are the ones that I just absolutely love. I think they're both limited edition, I'm not sure. This one is from Saved by the Bell collection, so hopefully, like I keep saying, hopefully they keep them around, maybe just change the packaging or something, but hopefully they keep the formula. This one's Wet n Wild Saved by the Bell, and it's just such a beautiful mascara. I just love it so much. This one just makes your eyelashes look so like, gives that length but also like separation, and kind of just gives you that fluttery look. This one is the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara, and this is another good one. It's good at giving you like length too, but it's also good at giving you volume, and again, it just gives you that fluttery look. It doesn't make them look clumpy or anything, and they're just literally they're both so good. One's from e.l.f., one's from Wet n Wild. They're both affordable. To set our makeup so it doesn't go anywhere, the Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray, the weightless one, this one is so good. It really sets down your makeup. It really holds it in place, and it's higher end, but to me, it's worth it. It's a really good one definitely recommend. This one isn't like super expensive, but it is from Mavin Beauty. It's the Rose Water Setting Spray. This one is another one that's really, really good. It does hold your makeup in place. It's supposed to make your makeup transfer proof, and it's vegan, so that's nice. But I really like this one as well. It's like halfway gone already. I do use it a lot. Really like it. If you're looking for something a little bit more drugstore, the one from Milani, Make It Last, is a really good one. This one is the sunscreen one. It does have SPF 30 in it, which I really do like because it kind of helps you touch up your sunscreen with a full face of makeup on. It does smell like celery though, like celery juice. So if you do not like that smell, it doesn't linger all day, but it does take a couple minutes to go away. But if they do have, of course, the regular ones that doesn't smell like celery, but the sunscreen one for some reason does. But the Milani ones from the drugstore is really going to make your makeup last all day long. Last but not least, lips. So for lips, I actually have 3 different categories. I have just lips, lip liners, and moisturizing lip balms, because I feel like you need like lip balms in your life, you know. These are very well known. It's from e.l.f. and it's the Ride or Die lip balms. I have these in like so many shades and scents, but this one's just the clear one. It's in the scent Mighty Mint, and they are very thick, but they are also very nourishing and just so yummy on the lips. You can kind of get away with using it as a lip balm and lip gloss because they do make your lips look super shiny and yummy. So that is a good one. Another good drugstore one is from Burt's Bees, the Tinted Balm. This one is in the scent Berry Sorbet, and these are just so good. They smell like candy, like, oh, they are literally amazing. If you have not tried these, I definitely recommend to. I don't hear a whole lot about them, and it's just an underrated product. It's so good. Another product from Almay, this one is the Color and Care Lip Oil in a Stick. I think this is just a beautiful product. This one is more like their bronzy one, which I absolutely love. There's not too much pigment that comes off on it though, but it's a lip oil, so it's going to give your lips that yummy like nourishment, hydration, but it's also going to give your lips like a nice shine, and it has a little bit of a tint to it, so it is a really nice product. All right, so for lip liners, I do have one from ColourPop. This one's in just the shade BFF, and it's literally one of my favorites when it comes to nude lip liners. I just love nude lip liners, so do recommend ColourPop lip liners. This one is another limited edition one, but again, hopefully they keep them around. It is the Saved by the Bell lip liner, and then this one is it's the yellow one, Jessie. And yeah, I love this lip liner so much. I'm gonna cry when I use it all. And then, of course, I had to mention Jaclyn Cosmetics again. Her brand is just growing, and it's just so good. This one is in the shade Chai. So again, it's more the formula that I'm talking about. It's not the shades exactly, but this one, they're just so creamy. They do last quite a bit, and they're just so good. So there is a higher end option for you. Last but not least, guys, lip products. So quickly, the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. This one is clear. This is a newer one, so of course it's going to look nice and clean. They do eventually look gonky, especially if you apply it over your lipstick or your lip liner. And it's clear so you can see it, but these lip glosses literally make your lips look so wet, so juicy, so shiny. If you just need like a clear lip gloss, it's super inexpensive. It's from Essence, but it's so good, and they smell so good too. So it kind of smells like sweet gummy candy, like so good. You need it. You can never go wrong with the butter glosses from NYX. This one's in the shade Creme Brulee. I love this shade. If I had to choose one out of all of them, it would be this one, because it's just that like perfect nude, you know, but it's not like nude. It's not too brown. It's not too pink. It's just one of my favorite ones. But overall, the butter glosses are like amazing because you get some gloss, but you also get some pigment. And then lipstick. These are so affordable as well. I feel like they were going for like the Pat McGrath packaging with the lip. This is from Wet n Wild, and it's from their matte collection. And this one is in the shade Never Nude. I will forever purchase this. It doesn't look like I use it a whole lot, but I promise you I do. It's one of my favorite drugstore nudes, and it does last all day. It is a very matte lipstick, but it also feels comfortable still, but they just did it so well with the formula. I have several shades, but if I had to choose, it would be the Never Nude. All right, guys, that is everything. Oh my God, I feel like this video is going to be 10 years long. It's going to be very fun to edit, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys try any of these recommendations, hopefully they work out for you and you love them just as much. If you stayed to the end of this video, leave a heart emoji down below, because if you watch this whole video, you are filled with lots of love. So leave a heart emoji down below if you finished and you're here till the end. And once again, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up as well. You will definitely be helping a girl out. And until next time, bye.